Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Hytale. Today we're going to be moving into the Iron Age, spending a long time underground, but that's not where we're living because we got a new house to call home.
Yeah, you think you're slick.
Blocked every single one of them. That blows. Oh, actually, sword is a really good tool for getting fiber. And when I was approaching this building here, it looked like there was a treasure chest right on top. Do we got the loot for it? Don't mind if I do. A little bit of copper, a little bit of iron, and some lettuce. That's the first one we've seen so far. Oh, I discovered a bear. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Crap, dude. Terrifying. Just terrifying. Ah, home sweet home. Oh my goodness. Coming back to this just feels so nice. Now that we got some farming equipment, let's go ahead and try to set up something for the farm. In the middle of the night, apparently. Every freaking fracking time. I really hope that crops work the exact same in Minecraft. I mean, it looks like it. Curious how much it'll let you hydrate. I mean, is it not hydrating these? Oh no, it doesn't have to be directly adjacent. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I need some Quebec magic to get some extra water? Or am I always gonna have to just trek back and forth to this here? And I did take Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I'm about to screw this river up, too. Oh, my world. Hydrate it. Hydrate it. Does this have anything inside? He asks after like 4 days of being in the same building. No, I'm about to go straight through this. Damn, missed opportunity. Wow, it's an empty room. Wheat's mature, and it gives me wheat. What do you know? But it doesn't give me another way to grow it. But it does give me the essence of life, for which, if I take over to my farming station, should give me the ability to grow more seeds. So I only have 13 from harvesting 4 crops. Okay. I thought there was about to be a poor exchange here, but no. And with this here, we've got a garden started. I'm not 100% sure if it has to be directly adjacent for this to actually work, but either way, we've got buckets, we've got water nearby, and we've got some life essence pumping out. Because apparently that's the important thing when we're farming around here in Orbis. Alright, so for the most part, we've been stuck in the Copper Age, and it's not doing us any good. We need to find the iron, and I'm almost certain it's in that red, dark, dangerous area. You know, the one that looks like hell, so let's go there. Wait a minute. Oh, who is this? There, he's got help. He's got help. Get back. Does he have like a bomb on his back? What the heck is this? Okay, he's got a backpack. It looks like it's full of ore. At the very least, he doesn't look like he's gonna kill me. And of course, I gotta take the time to get rid of his friends. Was there just one of those guys? And a bunch of bats? Looks like there's also a skeleton guy over here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this dude. Ooh, 25. And did you just spawn behind me? I swear to God, I just got rid of you. And okay. Oh, it looks like this is the first monster that we've seen. And I thought they were all lava monsters, but he's sitting in water right now. I figured that hurt him. Maybe they're not lava monsters. They're just red. And 3 shots so far. Didn't take him down. And I lost him. Great. All right, we'll try to get down there. Well, first of all, this is looking super sketchy, so I think we need to put some blocks down just to get rid of it. I don't want to do any parkour over lava because I know I'm bad at parkour in the first place. So let's get a couple of these down here. Good thing it's cobblestone, not... What? What's hurting me? Is it the heat? Did I seriously just get set on fire from being close to lava? That's the hill of realism we decided to die on. Well, if at first you don't succeed, avoid your problems completely. And it looks like it's opening up into a much wider cave over here too. But I was thinking it'd be a little bit more red from this lava. You know, it's been a fairly decent mining session, copper everywhere, but this is basically the first iron ore we've seen this whole session. I don't understand. Who's hiding it and where? Coming back from our mining hall because we ran out of torches, of course. And we got a decent haul of ores over here. Well over 50, 60 copper. I told you it was plentiful down there, but we only got 5 iron. And of course, while we're up here, we gotta check on our farm that's doing beautifully. I gotta see exactly how many essences of life we're able to get out of this. 41 from a full haul. Not terrible. That should be like another 20 plants that we can throw down too. And just like that, we got everything in the ground. And just like that, there goes the hoe. I try not to show inventory management very often because it's boring, but 74 copper ingots under our belt from that last mining session. Man, are we equipped. Back on that mining grind. And instead of finding my way around the caves to see if I can get down into the dark, dangerous areas, I'm just gonna make an express route. So let's do it. It's time to mine, and we got a long way to go. And this copper pickaxe is so close to on the way out the door, we might as well give it its last hurrah. With yet another copper pickaxe almost dusted, we've done it. We've touched down to the most dangerous areas, at least in the starter zone. And it is super obvious we need to get a pickaxe upgrade because it is slow mining while we're down here. And just to make it complete, we of course need to bring the stairs all the way down here with us. But right now we got bigger fish to fry. Somebody decided that they want to live in my cave, and we're not going to allow that. Alright, these fire knights are way too deep into my territory, and I need them gone. Hopefully they don't respawn in the exact same place over and over. Or maybe, hopefully they do. I can make a mob farm out of this, because they keep dropping cinder cloth and these essence of fire. I'm not 100% sure what to use those for just yet, but they're looking pretty cool when I drop them on the ground, and I bet the essence of fire has something to do with magic. I think the only real solution down here is to be as obnoxious with the torches as humanly possible. Literally put them everywhere. And fortunate enough for me, I just happened to notice that this guy right here is stuck on a stalagmite or something? I don't know. But he's not moving from where he's at, and that makes him our prime target. Alright, it's kinda time to take on the big boy down here. We've gotta see exactly what he's got in store for us. I don't know. A fire steel golem. Okay. Oh, they don't chase. Good to know, good to know. I've just been standing back here hitting him over and over and over and over again. This is like arrow number 15, and I just wasted them all. It kind of feels like it's a waste of time to shoot him with the bow and arrow. Maybe it doesn't really affect him. Either way, somebody who can eat more than 15 arrows, I really probably shouldn't mess with right now. It does look like there's a little bit of a building over here too, so I want to see if there's anything that we can loot, kind of like above ground. I know they got some cool structures, but it looks like this is about half a room in one pot. Hey, with an apple in it. Hello, beautiful. Don't mind if I do. Grab up a little bit of iron. I knew this was the right place to look for it. Just a few more pieces of iron and we can probably have a decent set of tools. And we've discovered the magma snail. And what the absolute heck is that thing? Magma rhino toad. Yeah, I don't think I stand a chance with that next to the boss dude. We've discovered a few new creatures since last we were here. 22 memories. Oh my goodness. That's way more than I was thinking we had in store. So I guess, yes, we did go past to the new threshold and we have one maximum teleport. How the hell do you teleport in this game? I keep trying to tend my garden at night and it's getting ridiculous, but that's not gonna stop me. It's almost 60 essences of life and I got an eternal wheat seed bag? What? Is there just like a super special chance that that could drop? Of course I put it in the only place that doesn't hydrate. Why would you do that? Either way, with the amount of wheat we were producing, I'm going to have a bakery up and running here pretty soon. All right, let's be honest. This is probably an incredibly stupid use of the first little bits of iron that I'm able to get. But I want to be the best farmer that I can be, and this is the way to do it. And it looks like it works pretty well too. If something's already hydrated, it looks like it even advances a stage in its growth. It happened a second ago, I promise. All right, we're back to the mines with the new goal. I want to see how deep it goes. Is there a Y level 0? Does it go negative? Is there a bedrock? We're gonna see. Holy shit. This was essentially a brand new copper pickaxe when I started, and we've got 4 steps down in the mine. That's how hard it is to mine these stones with just copper. We're definitely gonna need that iron upgrade.
So as you can see, mining is slow as heck, and I totally forgot to do something that's really time dependent. So let's replant the garden so that way there's actually something to harvest when we get back here. Because we do plan on doing a little bit more adventuring today too. This is probably the most amount of wild wheat that I've seen. And wheat is such a good decoration thing. I wonder how that's gonna work. Can I make fields of wheat? I wonder how hard that's gonna be. All right, you guys gotta see this. What the heck are these? Moss horn? Thank God they're not hostile because they look terrifying. Getting a decent amount of essences of life from the wheat that I've found, and another cave too. We're not really looking to go caving anymore. It would also be kind of cool to add a different type of wood to the list. Oh, hi bear. Because right now I think I only have 3 types of wood, and it would be really cool. All right, it looks like there's another one of these encampments, so let's go ahead and try to take it on. It doesn't seem like I see... Yeah, he's sleeping. This is gonna be easy. Get out of here with that trash. Oh, I almost pushed him into the trap. Okay. Dog and a thrower. Okay. All right. Easy. No. Oh, crap. I hit the inventory button. Okay. One more good swipe. Oh my God. It's time for revenge. Yep, I'm coming for you, troll face. Get on over here. And you got your dog back? What the hell? Is the other guy back too? You're not getting a single hit on me. Not one. Oh, he can't even hit me. Can I push him in? I want to push him in his own trap. There he goes. Ooh, horses? Yes, horses and ponies. You can just ride it. Okay. And it just works. Oh, it doesn't like me though. How do you get a horse to be your friend? Oh, great. No, don't eat him. All right, we're gonna go ahead and try out this watering can technology, and it looks like the weed's pretty much just growing before our eyes. I think I intimidated it into growing. Oh my gosh, what? I'm not even using the watering can, it's just growing. I think this might have been the most perfect timing. I promise I didn't force that to happen. That was crazy. It honestly looked like they started growing because they needed a block update. Either way, we got a whole bunch of essence of life from our garden and the adventure we just took. So we've got 10 eternal wheat seeds. I'm hoping to fill out a whole garden with eternal seeds so that way I never have to worry about making any more. And about 50 other wheat seeds, so I think we're gonna need a bigger garden. All right, I said we gotta build a house, and honestly, how do you start other than just laying down the foundation? I'm not sure how big I want this thing to be, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what I'm building just yet. And if you can guess what it is, leave it down in the comments. But let's make it big. I think to start, we're going to go with a T shape. And I want to make it relatively big. Maybe like 30 by 30 on a certain angle. Now, unfortunately, that was the last of my basalt, so we're going to need to go back to the mines for just a little bit more. But, oh my gosh, look at all this wheat. That's going to be so many essences of life. About 120, in fact. Our ever-expanding garden is getting bigger and bigger. 1 bucket at a time. Well, technically 2. Slapping down 5 more eternal wheat seeds to really fill this thing out. Okay, so the build that I've got in mind is going to take a lot of wood. And I didn't even realize it, but in Hytale, you need way more resources than you would in Minecraft. I guess this tree chopping mechanic kind of balances itself out in that regard. I probably should have upgraded my axe, but honestly, I only have to break 1 block, sometimes like 3 or 4. The durability on axes are not going to matter very much. I do also kind of feel bad about taking out every single tree that's in the plains biome. I kind of want to have some greenery to be able to look at while I'm renovating this Forgotten Temple. With a quick amount of chopping, I'd say maybe 5-10 minutes later, we've got stacks on stacks of wood. I still don't really think it'll be enough though, so we'll probably just keep on going until we fill the inventory. But the real problem is how many freaking sticks we're getting. Coming on back home with a decent haul. Let's see how many we got here, really. Can we fill this? Nope, it's not a full chest yet, and ash log is going to be a new log for us. Excited to see what kind of wood that brings. And a crap ton of sticks, man. At least I'll have torches. So my farmer's workbench has been upgraded enough to give me this thing called a capture crate. And I stuffed a chicken in it somehow. Hopefully this is going to be the way that we start a farm. But it also looks like I need a chicken coop. So I'm not 100% sure how, I don't know, successful this is going to be. But let's go ahead and start a farm of chickens. Go ahead and pop a fence gate down in this little gap. And it should be all good. And now we got a chicken in there. There was, I think, a chicken over here as well. Yeah, I think over by these cows. Can you pick them up? Come back here. Come back here. All right, there it goes. You have to like punch them instead of right click. And fortunately for us, the rain even stopped, so that way we could shove the last chicken into this very tiny pen. And happy family is what I see. All right, so we got some ash wood, and I really want to see what it makes. It's hardwood just like oak. So far I've seen lightwood, hardwood, and redwood. I wonder what other types they actually have. I ended up finding just a few more stacks of basalt in my chests, and I turned them into the basalt stone, and I think it's just about done. The outline, I mean. I think I got the perfect floor for this building here. There's the light wood, but if you make it ornate, it has a really cool pattern, and we're gonna utilize that a lot. Okay, perfect. The sun is just starting to come up, and we can finally see what we've been doing here. We chose hardwood for the walls, and we've got the decorative ornate hardwood on the bottom layer. It's got a really cool design that looks like trim, and we're gonna use basic hardwood for the walls. We've got some patterned lightwood on the ground, and we definitely need to go get some more of those logs specifically. And ask and you shall receive. All it takes is a relatively easy morning of chopping wood. And with a focus on the birch this time, with way too many dang sticks again, we've got the materials needed for the floor. So we got the wood for the floor, the walls. We've got the stone for the base around the outside. But we don't have iron for what seems like a large portion of the decorations available for what I want to build with. So we need to come back down here in the scary mines. Very likely the red portion. So let's try our luck one more time. All right, so first things first, this dude is just chilling at the bottom of our steps, basically. And we need to get him the heck out of here. Looks like he takes damage with my arrows. I see numbers coming up. Or maybe that's just the lava he walked into. And I really don't want me to get beat to death, so I want to make sure he doesn't hurt me. And he just goes back to sleeping. Why? That's so ridiculous. I think there's a setting. Yes, you can turn on health bars. Okay, let's go ahead and see. He's got full health? What the hell? Did my arrows actually do nothing to him? He's a little bit too close. Close for comfort. All right. And where is the hitbox on this dude? No way. Okay. When he goes back to resting, he actually just heals. That's crazy. I think I actually have to confront this dude. I am getting so close, though, with the bow and arrow. No, don't go. Don't go back. Don't go back. Come on, come on. Such a waste of arrows. Are you kidding me, dude? I'm so close. I'm so close. Please, turn around. All right. I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Gonna go ahead and put my dukes up. And it looks like the lava hurts him. That's really weird for a lava monster. His attacks are pretty straightforward. I think that might have been the easiest fight ever. And oh my gosh, he drops iron ingots. This is perfect. And I am, of course, going to pick up all of the surface iron that I find around here. This place looks amazing. Ooh, something blue. Yeah, I never really know what to expect when I'm down here. It looks like the blue crystals, but this one's a little bit different. And it stayed whole. A sapphire. Ooh, okay. I bet you use... hello. Okay, you get a close-up look to these guys, and they look cool as hell. Oh my gosh. Let me get that hairdo, buddy. Oh crap, just right around the corner. There's the real nightmare right over here. I don't know how to block against magic, and I'm getting out of there. And the only real tactic a magicless fool like me can use? Bum rush. That's right, get to running. Now that I know seeing one of these guys in the wild is essentially like seeing an iron vein, it's just time to take him down. And you can actually whittle them away really, really well as long as you got a little bit of distance. They're not all that dangerous, but what the heck was that spin attack? I definitely don't want to be caught on that one. Oh. Yeah, that spin attack does like 5 in a row. Oh my god. All right, he's down though. Now let's see if we can find a couple more. And with this one right here, that should make number 3. And we've got number 4 down. And we got number 5 to stay alive. Ooh, he was so close to the lava. I really don't want that to go in. All right, these things. Oh crap! I was trying to get the thorns out of my way so that way I didn't die from the toad. And there it goes. All right, there was actually 2 toads, and I got a pretty good advantage point. So I'm just gonna try to take this one out from here, and really avoid it trying to suck me down into the depths again. And this looks like, yes, this is the area right here. Okay, I got the rest of my stuff back, and I want to make sure I don't lose it. There should be another one somewhere, though, and I want to make sure it doesn't get the drop on me before I get the drop on it. And I would totally take a torch out, but then I would lose the special shot that I've got saved up. And this time we're down here with a little bit bigger of a weapon. I want to see how the axe works. So, wish me luck. We've got a big dude right here and an axe to grind. It doesn't look like it's... Oh, crap! I just threw myself in the lava. It doesn't look like it's big damage, but that lunge attack is dumb. And I keep running through these darn spiky vines, and of course there's a rat. All right, one hits the rat, so it's actually pretty darn good. And walking through the fire is really helping me out, buddy. You could do that just a little bit more if you don't mind. It looks like it has a decent knockback, and as long as I stay out of the way, I should be able to take him down. I'm scared to unleash my ultimate attack because that's probably going to jump me again. So after a little bit of smelting and inventory sorting, we are up to 20 iron ingots. That's got to be enough for at least a tool upgrade. And another kind of interesting thing we were able to unlock was the salvager's workbench. So it looks like I can take pretty much anything, like this crude weapon. And when we put these into this workshop, it's actually gonna give us all of the resource materials that were used to create it. And I'm wondering if it matters the durability. Because if not, I have got a whole chest full of crap to recycle. And as we are making progress on the house just a little bit, of course we're trying to make progress with the farm too. And I'll give a little bit of a farming update. We're moving on to the lettuce era. We've already got more than enough eternal seeds for the wheat for that plot right over there. We don't have to replenish it ever again. Now we're trying to do the exact same thing for the lettuces. And you gotta admit, when this is all harvested, it looks pretty nice too. Routinely doing my gardening at night for no reason at all. We've got to plant just a few more eternal seeds for our lettuces. And that's a little bit strange. That got untilled. Well, as long as it doesn't affect the crop. Now we are working on the forever lettuce patch, but we've got to upgrade the farmer's workbench as well. So here's some carrots and some corn, and these are going to go towards the next upgrade. With our brand new iron pick, mining down in the depths down here is a lot easier, and we've finally done it. This is bedrock, everybody. Y0. You can't technically go past this one here, and we found out there's no negatives. At least not in the starting zone. Now, when I said I needed iron, I meant it. And with a fairly decent mining haul, we've got another set of iron ores here. About 40 or 50 of them, and that should be enough to cover us for most of the decorations of the house. And quickly bouncing back and forth between mining and gathering, we've got another upgrade for our farmer's workbench. So I was trying my best not to get out of my own little starting zone, but it appears that that's not going to help us out very much. Something like this here, though, looks like it might help quite a bit. There's an abandoned mine shaft, and I think this might be where we find a little bit of extra ore. This thing does look pretty cool. Run down. You've got a bunch of barrels everywhere. But mine carts, mine tracks, and I feel like I just want to take the mine cart right off the side, but I don't want to die. So first impressions, it looks like that mine cart might have actually taken you somewhere. I'm still a little bit too chicken to just shoot straight down into the dark, and you guys wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and explore little by little, and I totally forgot to bring myself a good set of torches. But luckily, in these mine shafts, there's torches that you can just turn on and off. So I'm hoping that's gonna be enough to be able to explore this area. We're also going with a little bit of a weapon upgrade. The axe was not doing it for me, but right now we've got the dual daggers. And these are so fast, and they have this like lunge ability that carries me pretty far. And it pushes me back too when I hit them. So it's kind of like safe combat for now. Oh, wait a minute. I just got shot with a little... I've discovered cave spider. And it doesn't... Oh man, that's ominous as heck. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. All right, bring it on, cave spider. Let's see what you got. And what is that next to it? Oh my god. Apparently I've seen it before. Well, I discovered this thing too? Oh yeah, I guess I've seen it before, but I think I'd remember that ugly face. After exploring the mine shaft for just a little bit of time, without any torches, by the way, it's got a great design. And honestly, you almost don't even need the torches because they're provided for you. It gives it a great ambience here, and it's getting pretty dangerous. I've lowered myself down to the second floor, and it looks like there's even a lower one from there too. Man, I don't really know how much farther I should go. Because, of course, just like Minecraft, my inventory was filled up in the first 5 minutes, and I've been playing inventory chicken since. But now that we've actually got the torches all lit pretty much everywhere, you can kind of see this thing as I'm heading out in all of its glory. There's a large number of vines that you can go in and out of. And then this one is where we entered from, finally being able to see again. Pro tip, don't go mining without torches. And in all honesty, we just barely even scratched the surface of that cave. We were in there for not even a little bit of time. We still got daylight to the day. But I do just want to show you how much more iron we found in this area. Literally 2 whole stacks of iron. Unfortunately, stacks of iron only means 25 a piece. So 50 iron. Okay, so I've got to figure this out. The workbenches are kind of hard as heck to use, and only some of them really need blocks next to them to be able to use. So like the builder's workbench, that one's out. But these 6 right here are super necessary. And I should be able to fit about 8 chests kind of in the center of them. So I'm thinking this is going to be the design going forward. And it should look a little bit something like that. Now, with all of our storage in every one of the nooks and crannies that are allowed by all of the workbenches, we shouldn't really have any problems, unless we run out of storage. Alright, me and the salvager's workbench need to have a talk. That's right, look at each and every one of these broken pieces of equipment, and I'm so excited to see exactly how many pieces of copper, maybe some iron, or whatever else is gonna come out of this haul. Now I'm super curious to see exactly how many resources we're going to get out of all of this. And of course, we're going to do it through the method of a time lapse. There's no way we're going to wait through all of that. But it looks like 2 iron at the very least. Oh, okay. 16 copper, 2 iron, and a bunch of other bullcrap. So where the heck did all of these statues come from? Well, you know what? I think we're going to have to talk about that one next episode because we've been putting it off for way too long. It's time to get building. But you know, you got to admit, these statues do really help sell the aesthetic down here in this forgotten temple. So now that the full floor is in a somewhat type of grid pattern, I'd like to put all of these little lotus flowers on the floor. I think they go really well, and maybe we can make a spiral accent around them when we're done. Of course, choosing the most opportune time in the middle of the night to build. Oh! We have a new addition to our chicken pen. I'll call him Larry. Now, keep it in line with the hardwood walls. We're going to go with a hardwood roof, which kind of has an orange-like roof texture, which I don't really hate. But I do want to see how everything connects together because that doesn't look like what I was looking for. Starting with the backside because this is going to be so much easier to put all of the layers on. And in all reality, I'm not sure how many layers we're going to need. It might just need the 2 layers of roof and then maybe a flat surface. All right, it doesn't look like we can use our slanted roof pieces anymore, so it's gonna have to go sideways. And this right here is one portion momentarily done, but now here's the moment of truth. What does it look like with the corner? Oh no. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh no, that's terrible. Please tell me it has connected corners. Do they have corner blocks? No, they don't have corner blocks. Oh. Let's also just make sure this roof overhangs a little bit. We don't want it to look like a box in the middle of the woods. Okay, so I guess we're gonna run into the corner issue a little bit sooner than I thought. Corner, what just happened? That was insane. Did I just double place a block at the exact same time? I need to go up and look at what that looks like. But if only I could climb that high. Oh my gosh, I think the corner does have a connected corner. It just did it for some reason for that time. Okay, I think the moment of truth is finally here. Maybe the answer was just going above it to like force it. Yes, that's the answer. Go above it to force it. Okay, we have connected textures. You know, something about this roof is bugging me a little bit. It looks like the orientation on quite a few of these is just different. Hopefully that doesn't make too big of a difference on the inside too, because that'd be pretty awful. Oh my God, it looks terrible. Yep, these gotta go. These gotta go. Starting to get to the final bits of the roof here, finally covered over. And this big flat portion, I almost feel like I need to add something on top just to cap it off. Like maybe a weather vane or something, but I'm not 100% sure. If you know what would go good on top of a building, put it in the comments. All right, it's really starting to take shape. But I feel like this front needs just a little bit more work. I think we're gonna bring it out just one more. Instead of a single overhang, it's gonna be a double. And these upside down stairs do really help to give it some character. I think a way to handle the entrance, since we don't have 3x3 doors, is either going to be trapdoors, which kind of doesn't look that great. Or instead, I was thinking we could use these wooden shelves. It's the same texture of wood and it takes up more than half. And honestly, I think that looks perfect. All right, we gotta stop working in the dark here because this one's gonna have a fully fleshed out interior, no exceptions. But first things first, I think there needs to be somewhat of a grand entrance. I need there to be an outline for the entrance so everyone knows they just walked into this building, which I still haven't told you yet. All right, so this is what I got so far for an entrance. It still kind of floats on top of the fences, so I'm not 100% sold. And finally, the sun is coming up. And nothing's going to open up an environment more than just adding a couple of windows, and this helps a lot. Going with the hardwood windows as well, not just because they match, because honestly, I think they're the best window. Looking at the redwood windows, it's just like a scarf in there, and that's barely a window. All right, the windows are in and it's daylight, so it's a little bit easier to see too. And this is what we've got so far. There's definitely still a lot of improvements that need to be made on the outside and inside, but not bad. A long haul is kind of the design we've been going for, like a medieval Viking long haul. And now I know for a fact I need to be a little bit more dedicated to building in the day because these accent features are so much easier to do when you can actually see them. And we need to get the sides of the building looking just a little bit nicer, and I think these trapdoors are going to help a lot. One thing that I was thinking would be kind of cool is to incorporate the log itself into the build, and I think this might be the perfect spot for it. Maybe it should be a little bit bigger and beefier. We'll see. Trapdoors as accents might be the solution here. We'll see if it works pretty much the whole way around the bottom line of the house. So I went ahead and got myself a couple of saplings from the farming workbench. And the more you upgrade the farming workbench, the more saplings you have access to. I'm curious what these are going to look like when they grow up, but this is going to make it pretty easy for me to start a whole forest. And of course we got to chop wood periodically to make enough wood for this dang longhouse, but wow, look at this little encampment here. Skeleton archer, he's got his little house. I almost feel bad about this because he's all set up, you know? He's even got a little tower up here. This is nice. I'm happy for him. But really, the main reason why we left was to go get some more redwood. And they come from maple trees, and they have a lot of maple valleys kind of around where I'm at, so it was really easy to just grab a little bit more. And it works so much better as an accent. The doors, perfect. The ladders, amazing. In a tavern, it's important to make a table of a bunch of different sizes, so I think this one works out really well, especially with those little metal notches. It looks like it's connected perfectly. And let's just go ahead and throw a chair backwards in it. You know what? Maybe he doesn't like these people. But if we throw a couple of chairs down for it, it's going to look so much better.
These dresser drawers look really nice, especially the redwood version. So let's go ahead and throw a couple of these in. And we slapped down a couple more table and chairs. And you know, the bartender really does need some place to sleep too. So let's give him a fancy dancy little bed. And we'll probably make a railing just so people can't see him. And just so every single surface doesn't look like just hardwood, we're gonna go ahead and change this bar here to softwood. I've kind of realized that these lumberjack tables look way better than the crude tables. Like, come on, that looks run down. Like, we're trying to run an establishment here. Let's put something nice in. And oh yeah, that really does bring a good feel to it. I don't want the tables to all feel too samey, so we'll have to do something with what goes on top of. I don't know about you, but I feel like this building doesn't feel sturdy enough. So let's go ahead and fix that right now. Get a pillar directly in the center where the T starts. And you know, honestly, most of the torches are gonna go, but these might actually work pretty well as decoration. One thing I think really touched up the interior is the upside down stairs, pretty much going all the way around, except for this right here. Giving ourselves a little bit of extra room for the bartender to sleep at night. And a very important step for interiors is removing all of the torches to see where your dark spots are and see if you can't fill them in with something a lot cooler. And what better way to look at this than in the morning sun? The Viking Longhouse is finally completed. All of the sides done. We decided to go with a redwood accent, hardwood exterior, and basalt base. And I think it looks pretty nice. I don't want to say this is done for sure. There are... Oh, get out of here, grass. There are a couple of things that I was thinking of adding later, like maybe that weather vane or like bell tower up in the middle. But let's look at the interior. We've got lighting basically everywhere, and let's start with the bartender's hut. This is where he goes to sleep, read, and back to work. A little library in the center, a couple of people sitting around, probably where storytelling time happens. And you've got books pretty much all over, along with tiny tables and tiny candles, which look just so much better than torches all over the floor. And let me go ahead and take off my armor, so that way it looks like a casual type of place to be. Oh yeah, that really helps the environment nicely. And let's take a look. I tried to cover the surfaces pretty much as I could, like the bull skull here. There's a inkwell. You're also gonna see the rolled up paper that looks like a scroll. And I really enjoy these lighting things that look like fruits. They look really cool, almost like somebody's like tending to this area. It really brings it alive. A little bit more books, libraries, and other things here. We also decided to run a beam all the way across the top and then throw some lanterns in every single spot that there's a flower on the floor. This like grid-like pattern on the floor that we started as soon as we put it in really helped me building a lot. But again, if you guys got any suggestions for a way to make this place look even nicer, I would love to hear it. Or even rate me like 1 out of 10. Interior. Exterior? What are you guys thinking? But really, thank you guys so much for watching. And the comments on the last video were totally awesome too, and I love to see it. And we got a lot more planned in this world too. Bye everybody!